Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Hello. This is Sunday's Journal with Me video. Welcome. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I am. I recorded this on Saturday to be played on Sunday. And so, yes, I have no doubt it's going to be a fabulous day tomorrow as it is today. Okay, so I just was not in the mood to work in this time. I just was not, but I want to show you a couple of, well, you saw this, right? Yeah, this is what we did together. And then this is a dear friend of mine. She and her husband, they are now serving a mission in England. And she sent this wonderful card at Christmas. And anyway, so I wrote a little bit about that. And I'm closing it up. All right. I was starting to feel a little bit, I don't know, kind of like bummed out. And then I found this is a cutter quilt that I had made, a few years ago into, the type of calendar that you buy, the little pocket calendars, that size. And it even was an old one because it started in 21, but it's a 2-year. And so I pulled it out and decided that I would use this to kind of write down my videos and that type of thing. Some of the commitments that I have given myself. So that's that. And then she said, I pulled this one back out. I loved this. Before too long, I'm going to make another one of these and show you a recent one. This is just papers glued together, and then I put medium on top. I used Mod Podge, but you could do whatever. Anyway, it's very sturdy, but it's also pliable. This is me. That's my kindergarten picture. I remember that vividly. And nobody told me what to do, how to smile, anything. It was just like, I didn't even know, a photographer taking pictures? What? And so I was thinking, well, I'll just try to smile as sweetly as I can. And my mother loved this picture because she said I looked like I was ready to cry. I guess I do, but I really wasn't. I was just trying to just give this nice little pleasant smile. Anyway, so I found that I don't really like a hard book journal cover for a journal unless it's a real altered book, like I have done the last couple of years, and actually using Barbara 49 Dragonflies, a lot of her digitals and whatnot in that. I like just the small, simple, whatever. So I don't know. It's very much of an texture issue for me. Texture feeling. It's just weird. I'm just weird. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of update you on a couple of changes that I've made since you and I last chatted. And then I decided to give myself permission to play. I have a couple of ideas of maybe what I want to do a little bit, but most of it is just to chat with you for a little while and just play. And if you've got your journal, your pictures, or your, some event that you're looking to document, get it out. Absolutely. We'll visit while you work. I'll chat with you while you do the work. How's that? Okay, so I want to show you something. And for those of you that don't love crinkle, you should plug your ears. What is this, you ask? I'm glad you asked. This is the back side of freezer paper. Let's see if I can, that's about as far out. It's really big, as you can see. And this is the other side. When I spray my coffee dye and my other ink dyes onto my paper, I use freezer paper as my barrier and kind of the drop cloth. And I used to use the shiny side all the time, but then I've had the idea that maybe it could make cool fodder papers if I were to turn it on the other side, the dull side. And so that's what, this is all overspray from my inks. And let's move that off to the side for a second. So I have already taken a couple of fodder papers that I had just like what I just showed you, big. And I think, let's see, I think that's about 18 inches wide, the freezer paper that I use. Yeah, but keep in mind, it's like a plastic coating, and you find it in the grocery section, at least in the U.S. You find it in the grocery section by the paper bags and that kind of thing, because people actually wrap meat in it, shiny side to the meat, because it makes it non-porous, Okay, so anyway. So look what I have created, these pages with all of this fodder paper. All of this overspray. I mean, is this cool? Yes. Just fun stuff. So these I can turn into journaling pages. I measured them roughly to the 8.5 by 11 inches. And then I got out my big gun, my big ruler to rip. And one I did tear with the rougher edge, and then the rest I tore with it's actually easier to tear with the smaller indentations in it. But yeah, so I took, and we'll do that. I think that would be fun to show you, just in case you want to try something different, So this is all from that. And of course, this was leftovers, and so, you got to do something with it. We don't throw things away. And so I did the same with this, but look what I did. I actually added my tracing paper to the shiny side of the freezer paper, because you can't write on the shiny side of the freezer paper unless you have a marker. And if you're journaling, that's not very practical. And so I wanted to come up with something that would work. So this is what I do for my regular pages that I keep, in my Etsy shop. And so I just did that the same way, only because I have torn these edges, I went ahead and tore the tracing paper. And I'll show you that. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So I just tore the edges to the size. I didn't measure it. I just, you know, put it kind of on top and ripped around. And then I took it to my sewing machine and I stitched all the way around and added my zigzag that I kind of like to do. And then I sprayed it with some more ink and coffee. And I love this. This is the first one, and I'm definitely going to do more of it, where I also used this paper from my overspray with dyeing with coffee and ink, but using it for my overspray when I'm using my fan brush to get paints, blobs of paint on my work. And I love this because this has blobs of white and gold. Can you see the gold? And the gold is absolutely Barbara 49 Dragonflies, her fault, every bit her fault. And I love it. She has started me doing the gold thing, and I'm kind of having a lot of fun with it. So that was this page, or sheet of paper, and that made 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 smaller ones, 5, 6. I think the other did as well. Yeah, 4-ish and 2 smaller ones. So that can give you a lot of delicious, crunchy stuff going on. And these are just papers. I don't know. I've just been playing. So let's, for fun, well, before we cut this up, I think we definitely need to do splatters. I think we need some splatters. Splatter-atters. And let's see, I could use that, but I thin. In fact, I think I'll use this as my palette to put my splattery stuff on. So let's go ahead and let's use the gold. And I noticed recently that Gail Agostinelli, she went to Hobby Lobby where she lives, and she found this very same gold that I found about, well, maybe a month or 2 ago. And she was wondering if, you know, if you could use this, and you absolutely can, water it down with water. Water it down with water. And you can. Let me move that off to the side. Now I really don't want to get this on my shirt. This would not be a good one to get it on. Okay, can you see what's going on here? This is very weird, having it so big. So I don't know the perfect way to splatter. I do it kind of both ways, with kind of hitting it to a finger, or hitting it, and maybe you're not in, or just doing it directly like that. Both kind of work. So it just kind of depends on what you want to do. And what I should do to have this be like, okay, Rhonda, you cheated, but not terribly, maybe use some of this in my journaling, right? because that would totally save me. It would totally save me from having to go sit in the dunce chair. Boy, thank goodness they are not allowed to do that anymore, right? That must have been an awful thing. Okay. This is pretty fun. Okay. Maybe just a smidgen more. Oh, see, I'm making a mess. Making a mess. Bring that over. And we'll just do one more little droppy-doo. I love this stuff, though, already. I'm just like, this is very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so we're just... Yeah. Person could get kind of used to playing with this kind of stuff. Oh, you guys. Is it legal to have this much fun? Is it? Let's see. It's really hard to do it so that it's all on camera. I do apologize for that. But I just can't quite get it all in frame. So I got a message earlier this week that one of my sons is going to be in Arkansas for his job, and he's going to stay Sunday night, which is today or tomorrow, depending on, for me it's tomorrow, for you it's today. So he'll be joining us for dinner. That'll be wonderful. And so my other son and his family will come over and be able to spend some time together. Okay, so I am just smush-rushing. Is that a word? I know smushing is kind of a word. Okay. Just, you know, we're just, I am absolutely just playing. I have no rhyme or reason just to get this dotted up, just, you know, covered with good splatters. So the next thing we're going to do is get my acrylic gesso. You can use white paint, just whatever, you know, just whatever you're having fun with. Or, now I know some of you you've commented on my, the printer, the Kodak printer that I have used in some of my journaling videos, and that you've also got one yourself, which I think is fabulous. So you might be playing with that, or, you know, you might be doing some journaling, writing in your journal, and that's cool too. So we're just, let's see, just kind of, I don't know, it was just feeling like I just want to play. I just want to play. And I want to play with you guys. I tell you, I really am not good at this. You see that, right? but I'm kind of new to splattering, not 100%, because back in the day when I did some toll painting, you know, when everybody did that, there was a period of time. Oh man, I'm gonna have to clean that off. Look at that mess. This is very challenging to try to... Okay, so I'm trying to hold it so it's not rolling downhill on me. Oh, you know, who says that finger painting and art classes are just for kids? Well, I suppose that, because I haven't decided whether I've grown up or not. How boring, right? I have been making a right big mess, my dear friends, as you can see. And in case you want to know what we're having for dinner, we're just having hamburgers with, you know, the stuff that goes with hamburgers. Keep it simple. Some of my children are very good about eating anything, and some are not. So, enough said. Okay, boy, that was a mess. All right, let me take a sec here and take a minute here and move this and just very quickly kind of clean up my area here, because it will drive me nuts. And that's not to say, you guys, I am not like a clean freak or anything like that. And if you were to come over to my house and visit with me, which would be fabulous, by the way, it would be so fun that we could work together. But if you were to do that, you would notice that I'm not great about dusting. I'm just not good about dusting. I used to be much better about keeping my house tidier. I've never been like fabulous, but you know, I like nice, I like neat. I'm not a slob. Well, I was when I was young. As a teenager, I was a slob. But anyway, but yeah, okay. Now I want to do one more. What did we do with that? I don't know where that went. Where we are going to... Oh, that's maybe not good. This works for others, I think, better than for me. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure I like that, but we'll let it dry. And we'll see what it does. So, let me get this little guy over here. And we'll just... What's the worst that can happen is I don't use it. You know, I throw it, well, the worst would be probably I throw it away. But even at that, I mean, you know, like, oh, okay, oh well. That's sad. Okay. As you can see, I like to keep I just like to keep it tidy. Okay. One more color, and that's going to be the black. And I'm going to have to be more judicious with it because I'm afraid if I'm not, everything is going to turn black in here. So I'm only going to do a little bit on camera with the black, and then I'm going to turn the camera off and go over to my normal table where I put this paper down and do my coffee and dye spraying, and finish it over there so that it won't get black on my desk and me and all of that stuff. Okay, so can you see that? Okay. Alrighty, alrighty. What did I do with the brush? What did I do? Here it is. Okay. Maybe get that. Looks like I maybe need to fill that a little. Okay, so I make sure I've got plenty on. I'm standing up now. Can you see? Let me bring that up. Can you see that deliciousness going on? All right. Hopefully that'll show through. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off and finish this, and I'm going to let it dry, and then I'll be back and we can cut it up. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, I'm still futzing here. I decided to lighten the coffee dye. I mean, it's layers and layers and layers and layers and a whole bunch of layers and stuff. So I've sprayed some pink and some magenta, and what else have I? And then I've got myself a little palette with white gesso and a pink and an orange. And we're just, you know, I'm just doing it, guys. And I thought, I was doing this and I thought, well, gosh, you can turn the camera on. I mean, you know, you can actually let them join you as you're doing this. I know you said that I'll do this and then I'll be back when it's all done and yada, yada, yada. But I figured you'd forgive me. And I'm not, well, let's see. It'll be in some places. I don't know. I really like this. So I maybe won't mess with that as much as I'm not crazy about that one. The little bit of white stuff going on there. I don't know that I want that so much. Cool thing, you know, if you don't like it, paint over it. Spray it with something else. Do something. But not that. Let's not that. Let's not make this even more messy. I don't know about everybody, but I kind of like some of the of pink and orange kind of together. I don't know. I like it. I like it. Now, do I want to do something like this? Why not? I mean, who made the rules? Who made the rules, you guys? We made the rules. And if you want to do some swirls or some any thingies, do it. Just have fun. If you're having fun playing, then that's a good thing. That is a good thing. And I think what we'll do, just so technically we can be legal, is we will... Ooh, that's cool. Some of these hadn't dried completely yet, so I'm just smushing on them, swirling kind of. Okay. I'm kind of thinking this is woo la la, like that too. Okay. Well, I think this is kind of fabulous. Now, if I want to get really technical, I might go ahead and do some more splattering on top a little bit. Oh man, do I want to do that? Maybe. I shall be back. Oh my goodness. Can you see? You guys, look at this deliciousness. Oh. Oh my word. I'm in love. I'm in love with my fodder paper. Oh. Okay. So, then it's just a matter, my friends, of just ripping it or cutting it, however you want, you know, whatever you want to do with it. So I'm going to get out my, and I apologize because I can't do this all on camera, but I will try. Let's see. What I'm doing is I'm using one of my rulers as a straight edge to line me up properly. Okay. And then I'm going to tear. Okay. Holding down firmly. I don't know if this is even working for you. I'm giving it the old college try, as they say. Let's see. Trying to keep it straight, trying to keep it real. I think we'll go from this end now. Well, maybe. Okay. This gets tricky. I mean, I shouldn't worry so much because who cares, right? But I care. I care. Okay. Having lots of fun here on the Funny Farm. Ugh. That's good enough. Good enough. Well, anyway, whatever. Okay. So now I'm going to measure down 11 inches. And we will do the same thing here-ish. That's 12 inches. 11 inches. Let's do 11. All right. Hopefully it'll be a little easier on this side. Oh, golly, golly. Did you think we were going to be playing with paper today? Well, one never knows, right? When you're doing your own journaling, it can be whatever you want it to be. Let's see. So, I am super excited about this paper. I am just like loving it. Come on. Okay. And then let's see how much more we can do here. 10 inches. Yeah, we can do 10 inches. I think we'll turn it around and do it this way though. Because, you know, I think we'll go 9. 9 is good. Alrighty. Oh, I can't wait to use this on something. Okay, so there's some good scraps, obviously. Okay, now I want to start with the bigger sheets. We are going to just fold that in half, which will give us our cutting line. Didn't do that very well, did I? Close enough. All right. And this one, fold that. Okay. Now, if I'm using these for journal papers, then I'm just going to fold in half, and I'm gonna, and I am going to take off just that little edge, and we've got, look at that. Is that a fabulous base page? Oh. All right. I'm telling you, I'm in love with this paper. Oh my gosh. It is just so fun and so pretty. Once we did our, I mean, look, just, oh, there's nothing that I don't like now. So, yeah. So I hope that you guys will give this a try. I am assuming that you can get a hold of something like the freezer paper. I hope so, or that you have something similar that you could maybe use, or even, you know, just big sheets of paper, any kind of paper. You make it into the drop cloth kind of deal, and then you've got stuff to work with. You betcha. All right, so I may want to keep one of these sheets. I may just want to keep this for good fodder stuff to rip and add for backgrounds, and oh, it is so pretty. I think it is anyway. All right. Okay, you guys. So I am going to actually get out my journaling goodies, and I'm going to make a page, do something with some of this deliciousness to add to it. So, I will be back. Okay, so I want to be, excuse me, I want to be pretty quick because I've already chatted and we've played and we've made some paper and, you know, good stuff like that. But this is my next page, so I'm going to take this out. We'll close our journal. This is one thing that I know a lot of you probably don't like to do, is to work on your pages before you put your journal together. But for me, it just gives me so much more freedom. And then I'm not stuck with awkward and trying to find books and flat things and using the writing board and all of that kind of thing. They have their place, and I do use them. But for this, you know, anyway. Okay, so what I thought I would journal about, a couple of things. So this kind of relates to Roxy's Journal of Stitchery too, because she has inspired me in different ways. So I'm doing that, and I'm doing videos along with that as well. But I had the idea of maybe paper piecing a butterfly. Here's my pattern. This is from years ago, guys, when I was really into the quilting big and was especially into paper piecing. Oh my gosh, paper pieced everything. All kinds of small little blocks, and, you know, and this is a small little block. Let's see. You know, you were talking 3 3/4 inches. It could be smaller. It could be 3.5 inches. You know, this part is 2.5 inches right here. But anyway, so the butterfly was inspired by Rachel because of this month's March's theme. And this is the block for March that I am going to work on. I finally got it done. I've not videoed this yet, but I will. But this is what I finally did for my background, and I love it. And if you'll notice, I have a butterfly. I found this, and I traced it onto this beautiful linen, and this is a crocheted handkerchief. This is another handkerchief. This is a handkerchief. This is an Osnaburg old fabric that I've had. All of these are very old and vintage. But anyway, I digress. So that's where the butterfly came from. My point is, that's what I've been working on. Okay, some of the things that I've been working on. And so I had to replace my printer paper on my little Kodak. And I thought, well, I can use this. And I printed out 2 copies. It's not perfect, but it gives an idea. And I want to journal just a little bit about that and a little bit about this. And now with this fabulous paper involved, you see where I'm going? All right. So the thing is, do I want to cover the whole thing? Do I want to? And I, you know, even as I say that, I'm like, no, I don't. Because I love various elements. And I love to mix it up. So let's use a piece of our fabulous, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much I love this. Have I mentioned how much I love this? I know, you guys, you're gonna think I'm just, one step from the loony bin, or maybe not even that far from the loony bin. But glue. I wonder, I guess this should work. I mean, this is the shiny side. I could iron it on and it would stick because of that, element. But I'm sure this will work also. Oh, how much fun she had as she was playing in her journal. That's the thing, you guys. This is what I am learning. This is important. We need to enjoy what we're doing more. Do you ever get caught up in the duty of it all? I do. And I think I have my whole life. And there's definitely something to that. I'm not discounting duty. Does that look weird to do two of the same? And I see it's a little bit of white going on there, so we just trim that off. It's there, and then boom, it's not there anymore. I'm doing it, I'm trying to teach myself to just have fun, to just play, to just enjoy. And sometimes, I absolutely love you guys. I do. But occasionally I feel like I need to be less me. That's hard for me to be less me, but sometimes I'm just like, I see other YouTubers and I follow a lot. And when I have time, I really do try to catch up on people's videos and et cetera, because I love our community. But sometimes I just feel like, I'm just not enough of, I'm not good enough. Do you ever feel that way? And, and that's just silly, right? Because of course I'm good enough, and you're good enough. We're all good enough. Good grief. We just need to be nicer to ourselves, all right? So that's my little preachy for today. Be nice to yourself. Be nicer to yourself, because you are good enough. You matter. You are important. How many of you watched the movie The Help? I cried my eyes out, that movie. I loved it so much. It's about the struggle of our amazing black friends that have had so much to have to deal with. And in the 60s, I guess, 50s maybe, 60s, how it was in the South. Some of our history isn't fabulous, but it is history. And I'm not trying to upset anybody, and I apologize if I upset anyone. My point was, in this movie, where it shows kind of the hypocrisy of a lot of stuff, but this amazing black maid. She basically was raising this child that, white mama was too busy to take care of. And I'm not indicating that's everybody, because I know there's always good and bad in every race, in everything. We all, but this one particular situation was not a good situation. And this woman was talking to the little girl, and she's a chubby little girl, and mama was always kind of belittling her, but she was always talking about her to, tell her to remember that she's important. And that just made me think of that for some reason. We are all important. You are important. I am important. And quite frankly, I don't care what color you are. I don't care what your race is. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how skinny you are, fat you are. La 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 la. Beautiful, ugly, in between. I don't care what country you live in. You're amazing. You're beautiful. I love you. And yeah. Wow. Wow, Rhonda. Could you be any more on your soapbox today? Oh, I'm sorry. If I have said or done something that's offended you, please forgive me. I would never, ever, ever intentionally offend or hurt any of you. Never. All right, let's see. Should we add just a little bit of this over here on the edge just because we can? What, you say? Yes? Okay, great. Then let's do that. Now, all right. Okay, so we are just gonna, and as I think about it, why do I have to cut that all straight? I don't have to, do I? No, I don't. Thank you. We just won't. Let's get our little glue pages out here. So these pages that I am gluing on, this is called Rags of Glory. And I have not read the book, but I was going to use it for some of my pages. And then I started reading bits and pieces, and it was like, ooh, this is too, I don't like this. It had some bad language and had some, I don't know, just not very nice, what I thought was nice. So I decided it would become my blue book. And it works beautifully for that. Okay. I need to wrap this up because this video it's going to kill you. You're just going to be like, Rhonda, when do you ever shut up? And I say, when I go to sleep? Maybe? I don't know. Life is good. We need to enjoy life, and sometimes you just have things to say. Okay. I am wanting to give myself, I think we'll do this, will be kind of our journaling space. But I'm going to turn this around and use the bottom as the top because I don't need all that extra space at the top. That's just wasteful. Ooh, not so good. Okay, it's thinner. And sometimes my corner rounder doesn't work well at rounding corners when it's a thin. Oh, that was lovely. That's what happens when I'm trying to hurry. Okay, so let's set that aside. This we will go ahead and glue. As you can see, I am keeping this spread super simple. Super simple because I have spent so much time already on playing with the paper that I've taken up enough of your valuable time. Okay, so that's where we're journal, blip, blip, blip. And this is where I'm going to stitch around. I will go ahead and just lightly touch upon the backs. This is so cute. Love it, love it, love paper piecing. Love, love, love. Okay, and then I think I will bring in, perfect, some little butterflies, right? Let's see what my friend Barbara has in the way of lovely little butterflies. I use them quite a bit, so I may not have enough currently printed out, but we shall see. We shall see. Oh, little tiny ones. Okay, here's some. Let's just take a peek, see what we've already got. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Oh, we could do a little dragonfly too. Oh my gosh. How perfect is that? Thank you, Barbara. Alrighty. This is gonna be the quickest in a long time. And if I had started out with this, it would have been the shortest too. But, you know, we needed to play with the papers, guys. Because sometimes you just need that little something extra, that little spark of doing something that was just so fun and maybe silly, but just so much fun. And as you can see, I'm not going around the edges of these. I am just putting them down. Okay. Oh, I love this. Okay. Love, love, love this. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to stitch around my block. I'm going to journal. I'm going to put some little antennae, draw, and I will show you my finished page. Okay, this is it, my dear friends. This was super, as you can see, super simple. Nothing, I mean, obviously this was not super simple. It took a long time, but this is my journal and this is what I do. And I journaled a little bit about it. And then, of course, this, the real thing, will be somewhere. And I will have more pictures, I'm sure, as it progresses. So, yeah. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys. Until next video, have a fabulous day. Bye-bye now.